And we're back. So, enemies, kind of close-ish. Meh. Okay, Jello. Jello is going to do a dimension door. Not gonna be enough, probably. Actually, meh. And we get that, and shit. He's not gonna be able to. We should probably just do a fly at this point. Yeah, it's just too closely packed to dimension door into. Nah, they're not gonna make it. No use in trying. Yay, Mercury! More importantly, though, I need to get back the luck. Thank you. I need to get to this thing before the end of the week. Nah, okay, I'm gonna make it next time. Let's see. Can I take this with Catherine? There's gonna be. Yeah, I should. Psychic Elemental 6. They're not immune to all spells, so I can probably do a Lightning Bolt. How much health do they have? 75 times 6. 600 minus 150 is about 450, I would say. This should be enough. We're gonna find out. There we go. Nah, I don't really need it, but I'm gonna get it because I can. Okay, let's see. Once I'm done scouting here, I'm probably gonna gate her to a town and have her regenerate some mana, probably here, Silcon. Here we go. And did I check for enemy movement? I think I did, yeah. Okay. Roland. Do some more scouting, my friend. Ooh. Interesting. More gold. Let's see if anything good is... you know what? An orb of fire would be nice. It would up the damage on my Armageddon spell. The inexhaustible cart of lumber. Wow. Let's see, what does he have already? He has a Ring of Vitality. This thing is only really good on stuff like halflings and pixies. Relatively speaking, the increase in health points isn't that good. I mean, it's decent on sharpshooters, I suppose. I could get this, but it's kind of costly. What else could I get? I could get... I don't really need to rush for it though, so I'm gonna get it later maybe. If I really want to, and I probably don't. Cast this again. Nobody nearby there. Okay, so I can actually have Roland go in there and ninja the Boasting of the Unicorn's Mane after he collects the Bow of Elven Cherry Wood from this hero, so she doesn't lose it accidentally. You can just go in here and whoop, 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 whoop. Sharpshooters, yummy. Mine. Sweet. And this will be very handy to actually give to this guy over here. Nice. Let's see. We are missing 2 pyres, right? One here. One here. We can build a resource silo. Problem is the pyre takes 10. I mean, it's not as imperative to build a resource silo right now as it is to... I could probably build 2 pyres by the end of the week, like tomorrow. We will see. So end turn. gold. I'm a very materialistic son of a bitch, so I just want the gold. Not really, but hey. It's funnier if I say it like that. Pixies, marksman. I think he has View Air too, so let's cast it on him. Okay, cool. I was expecting something to be there. It wasn't. Okay. Not really that important. I'm just gonna move him over there, I guess. Okay, I want to fight the gods, and it's done. Thanks for reminding me of Marvel Heroes. Been having fun casually playing it this past week. Glad to hear it. Actually, if you wanna stick around after the end of the stream, maybe we can play together or something. I've been having problems convincing my friends to play Marvel Heroes, because either they like Marvel and they don't have a good enough PC, or they don't like Marvel and they do have a good enough PC. It's really fun. Marvel Heroes is really fun. I'm not gonna talk about it too much on Heroes of Might and Magic 3, though I would really like to. I mean, it's a licensed game, like some generalities, because it came up in conversation. Like, it's a licensed game, and you should expect going into it that it's gonna cost more money than it probably might otherwise. Let me just focus on what I want to do here for a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's do this. I don't have a super modern PC, but it runs well enough. Yeah, but I have a friend, she might be watching. She has an integrated graphics card. Big mistake. It's you know what, it's surprisingly fun. Like, the first time when I heard about Marvel Heroes, a lot of negative stuff was said about it because of the way that it handled unlocking heroes and stuff like that. Like, things were really expensive. Don't get me wrong, they're still pretty expensive, but I think they're cheaper than they used to be. They're still expensive because it's a licensed game, but because the rest of the thing is fun, and because there are options to unlock things that are more reasonable, I'm not having a problem excusing the fact that I'm paying a premium for a licensed game. So I think it works out. And I get to play as Nightcrawler. And Hulk, and Winter Soldier. And Cyclops is entirely more fun than he has any right to be. But getting back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3 for now. So, where are the enemy heroes? I keep forgetting. We have that guy over there, who is technically, he might be able to reach here. I'll take Jello over there maybe next turn, I think. Let's do some more scouting with the other heroes. They have more. Ooh, one-way exit. That sounds ominous. I don't like that. Okay, you are probably gonna scout this way, so I'm gonna go up with you. What's over here? Force field? Nah. I think there was one time when I thought that I could be able to use force field. And it turns out I didn't, because there were 2 holes in my walls in that particular siege. Other than that, force field kind of sucks. It's technically a good option, a good strategic option, but it doesn't pan out. Usually. It's just technically a good option. Practically not a good option. Zabon. I am the French. I am the French barbarian. Cool. I mean, I guess he scouted as far as he can. Other way then. Let's see, Catherine. She could probably take the Horde of Magogs. I mean, they're not that many. Before I forget, I need to build at least one of the pyres, which I'm going to build the pyre here. Okay, and then I need to decide if I want to invest in marketing. You know what? I don't really need that much sulfur. So, yeah. I'm just gonna grab 8 and I'm gonna grab 10. So, yeah. Pyres. I have pyres in every city. Which sounds kind of morbid if you think about the historical use of pyres. But 6 firebirds in every city. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Times 6 is 36. It's gonna be a lot of phoenixes that I'm not gonna have enough money to recruit. But at least I'm gonna have them. So, what the fuck are we doing? We're gonna liberate this sawmill from the horde of evil Magogs. Theoretically. Or get Catherine killed, one or the other. Let's see. 7 speed. Okay, so I can do this. Good stuff. And about 300. Yeah, she can just spell this guy. There we go. I still remember in what was it? Restoration of Erathia. I think it was one of the last campaigns. And they actually let you export 8 heroes from one campaign to the other. And I spent an inordinate amount of time. Completely batshit insane crazy amount of time. I should probably port him to Styberin. Yeah, I should. Actually leveling up, getting spells and all that stuff for all 8 heroes, even though one was a main and the other 7 were support. And in the last 2 scenarios, like there was a map about like this one, the second to last scenario, it was kind of meh because I was still building them up, but in the last scenario there was a hero for every city, and there were lots of mines and stuff. And you know what I decided? They have a shit ton of stats, they can cast spells, I don't need an army, and I just completely raffle stomped the entire map with heroes just casting spells at shit. Even though they were B team heroes, they had high enough spell stats to liberate mines by themselves, so it was a complete it was so fun. Completely validated everything, at least in my mind. Anyway, let's do an intern and see where the fuck this guy goes. Okay, that was my artifact, even though I didn't have it. I lay claim on everything that isn't mine because it's on my lands. Let's see, I should probably take care of Fiona, and I think I can. I can do a portal here, walk over here, portal, dead. Okay, let's do that then. Do I want to recruit anything? You know what, I can recruit stuff. I should also build resource silos, but not yet. I can't afford it. Okay, stuff. Okay, that's actually useful. Do I wanna? I mean, sure. Okay. Dimension door, and you're dead. And we're gonna do, I think we're gonna walk over here. Okay. Honestly, as an extreme side note, and probably closing argument on Marvel Heroes for now, my PC doesn't run it that well, even though I put in a new video card, because obviously it's bottlenecked by the other old components, but also because it wasn't built well to begin with. I didn't build it myself. actually got a store to build it for me, obviously. And they assured me, we know what we're doing, we're gonna get everything done right. The memory is faster than my processor can handle. My processor isn't that good. My motherboard is questionable. Well, actually, my motherboard is okay, but my memory is faster than my processor can handle, and that's still fucking things up for me. And oh god, I mean, it's less of a point than I thought it was gonna be, but if you know someone at a store is capable of building you a PC, if you know, then do it. If they just tell you that they are, don't believe them. And I know there are a lot of people which just go in blindly, yeah, I'm gonna buy whatever they give me. You're gonna end up buying something that actually, not only are you gonna pay more money for a PC than you should for components that run as good, because they're probably gonna try to shovel stuff that they can't sell onto you because you don't ask for specific things, but they are gonna put them together wrong, and they're not gonna run as well as they can, even based on what they are, on what the components are, because they're not gonna be capable. Because a lot of people who sell PCs, honestly, a lot of people who sell PCs are, and we're gonna do the maiden run of Armageddon. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Click. Dead. Nice. A lot of people who sell PCs are still salesmen. They're not experts. They're just salesmen. So they're gonna fuck you over. So watch out. Okay, we're gonna liberate this mine too. Split in 3 stacks, eh? Sneaky. Sneaky. I don't like it when they are sneaky. 7 speed. Yeah, this is not gonna be good. What can we do here? Oh, actually, you know what? Strikes 4 units. Fuck. I thought it might only have 2 bounces because of the fact that she doesn't have it at high level. Meteor shower doesn't reach. Inferno. How much damage does it do? Well. It's not gonna be enough, but it's gonna be enough to severely reduce the amount of damage that they can do. That's good enough for me. Okay. They're probably gonna kill the one sprite, let's be honest with ourselves. Either that or they're gonna attack the stack of things there. It should turn out well, because even Catherine has a shit ton of defensive stats, so yeah, it did turn out okay. Defend, no ranged for you because you're not upgraded, and done. Sweet. Fight the gods, sure, I can handle that. Don't really want to recruit from it, but yeah. Throng of familiars, sure. I actually don't need to attack first because they're melee. So I'm not going to. Like, they can get the lucky morale proc, but she has a resurrection, so it's gonna be okay. I actually want to see if they bunch up enough. Oh, fuck me. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. But 10 halflings perish? Fuck. I want to see if they bunch up enough for maybe a breath attack or a fireball or something. 146 damage. You know what? It's not really worth it. I can actually with them, because I'm gonna have to resurrect them anyway. Wait, defend. Let's do an attack with you, because the counter attack has already been exhausted. I should have waited with the air elementals and then handled the stack entirely. Okay, and now we're gonna do a resurrection. Sweet. And then we're gonna do this. I bought my PC from a reputable local firm and have never had any major issues with it. Cool. Cool. There are still enthusiasts building PCs, but you have to, you know, remain vigilant when you're spending your money. I mean, it's weird. The moral of a lot of stories that a lot of people say, including the one I just said, is remain vigilant when you're spending your money. Which sounds like something everyone should know already, but a lot of people disregard it because I don't know PCs that well, or I'll trust this person, or but really you can get swindled hardcore. Enough of that though. I mean, we want Heroes of Might and Magic 3. Slightly related to be careful with what you purchase and be careful with your money. Heroes of Might and Magic 7 and Heroes of Might and Magic Online are gonna be coming out soon. I think Heroes of Might and Magic Online is in closed beta, or is it gonna be in open beta? Second. Sorry. I think it's gonna be in open beta soon. It might suck, so don't rush into it, even though we love Heroes. It might still suck, so... just like Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD. I actually, and I apologize to anyone who is watching right now. If you've watched my Heroes of Might and Magic 3 content, which granted not a lot of people do, I purposely abstained from trash talking Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD before it came out, because I was hoping that I was wrong and I didn't really want to trash Ubisoft. But it was pretty bad. And my main gripe with Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD is actually not that it's only the main game released at a price that is a lot higher than even Complete Edition. It is, which is bad enough, but it's not even that the graphics are just, they look plasticky instead of HD. This, getting more screen space like this with Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Mod actually looks a lot better than just everything at the same aspect ratio but HDified. It's not even that. It's what really pissed me off about Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD is first time they announced it, it was nice web page, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Restoration of Erathia. It was right the fuck there in the title. And you can already tell that I'm really still upset about it. Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Restoration of Erathia. And below it said, oh, we can't do the other expansions, we are only gonna do Restoration of Erathia. Okay, sure, I'm not that excited about it, but sure, do your thing, maybe you're gonna release the expansions later. And drain us of money, because that's what you want to do, but it's gonna be fine. Later on, it became not Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Restoration of Erathia, it was just Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD. Because someone probably decided, and because the change happened, someone probably decided at Ubisoft that they're gonna get more sales if they don't specifically say that it's just the main game. And that, even though I don't have concrete evidence of it, that change which happened is a dick move that I'm really upset about. Anyway, back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Complete Edition. Sometimes I like doing these asides because honestly I don't really have many people to talk to about games in my real life. Games are not that hot in Romania. Imagine that. Halflings, yay. Let's see. Yes. More than enough. But yeah, we got here through really some really weird some really weird hoops. But yeah, Heroes of Might and Magic 7. Right now they have a thing going on for it where you are supposed to, I don't know, contribute on the forums or something and vote for which factions you want to have included in it. I think currently they don't have Inferno in it. Last time I checked, they didn't have Inferno in it, which kind of disappointed me. So I don't know. It's gonna be really. It could be really bad. It could be. We're gonna see. We are gonna see. Is what we're gonna do. Honestly, I'm maybe more excited about Heroes of Might and Magic Online, even though that's probably gonna be like one of those really weird Facebook clicky, cow clicky, whatever the fuck games. Because it's gonna force you to be online with other people that enjoy Heroes of Might and Magic, which, I mean, a lot of us who play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 or whatever else either go really hardcore into the tournament scene, I think, or just like me, I just play single player and whatever. I'm lucky that I'm streaming. Maybe in an expansion. I think you can still vote on what factions you want in Heroes of Might and Magic 7, though. I think. I should check, but I think there's like they have a thing with, I think they call it the Shadow Council or something, and you can contribute to that and then vote on some shit. But I don't know. Wait a second. So I'm going to Endershire. Okay. Endershire. I'm gonna rest here with you. The vote process is done. Sucks. I don't know what they're gonna do for a Heroes game without Inferno, though. It's kind of an iconic castle or faction. Necropolis is evil, and Dungeon is evil. I think they have the equivalent of Dungeon. They call it something else. But they're not evil enough. Like, you're gonna have... It's usually, you know, devils versus angels. That's usually the thing. And everyone else in between for flavor, which is really good flavor, but... I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do for main antagonist. Maybe they're gonna have Inferno as NPC only. Maybe, I don't know. Completely unbalanced units. That could be okay. But we'll see. Okay, let me just figure out what I want to do before I rant about random shit. Let's do a dimension door over here. Magogs, you know what? I might, but no. I don't think I really care about killing them. 129 was it? That's a lot of Magogs. No, I don't really want it. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna move you over here. They're bringing back my favorite faction, Academy. Wait a minute, Academy wasn't in 6? Was at Gamescom business area last year in the Ubisoft booth. Ooh, well, Silarx is an important person. They seemed pretty hyped and sincere about their new Heroes title. Well, that's nice, and I'm glad, Sealarks, but the unfortunate thing about corporate video game development is that the artists may be really enthusiastic about their title, but there's someone higher up in a suit that's gonna tell them what they're gonna be allowed to do or not. And that person may not be enthusiastic about the Heroes title at all. They might just want the dollar bills, y'all. We're gonna see. I'm hoping it's gonna be good. One of these days, they're gonna do Heroes Might and Magic 3 with better graphics, better multiplayer support, which is what a lot of us were hoping Heroes Might and Magic 3 HD was gonna be about, but it's not. And maybe even more factions, and some things polished up, and a better scenario editor, and everyone is gonna lose their shit, and we're gonna throw money at Ubisoft, and we're gonna orgasm everywhere, and we're gonna have the best Heroes of Might and Magic title everyone ever wanted. But until they get their heads out of their asses and realize that Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD is good because it has good stuff in it, and they need to replicate that, and then add some more good stuff to it instead of just, I don't know what the fuck they're doing, then we're still gonna have bad Heroes of Might and Magic titles. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think I'm going off the deep end. Replication is horrible. How do you mean, Sealarks? 88 guys. Can I kill that many? I think I can. Okay, cool. I wouldn't really be that upset if they even straight up copied Heroes of Might and Magic 3 and just tweaked some stuff. But they're not gonna do that. They're just not gonna do that. How much mana does she still have left? God damn it. 17. Okay, that's enough for a town portal, but I don't have enough movement points. So how do you mean replication is horrible, Sealarks? Let's see, I need to figure out where the fuck my enemies are. There are no enemies in range to prevent me taking that mercury mine. Okay, so I will. By the way, does he have anything? I should have probably given the halflings over as well. Ooh, golden bow, I like that. I need that. I want that in my life. If all you want is Heroes 3, then why invest millions into something that the fans already have? Well, yeah, that's... I'm gonna think about something, how to phrase that properly, after I figure out what the fuck I'm supposed to do in this map. Why spend millions for something that fans already have? That's a valid point, of course. Basically, the things that are most missing out of Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Complete right now are not HDification, because the HD mod kind of handles that, it beautifies the game enough. Proper multiplayer support and new content. I think that's what I would really like for my Heroes of Might and Magic 3 experience. I think that's what's lacking right now. So, if they would find a way to add that somehow, then I would be happier for it. And if I have to pay for it, that's good. I was gonna say it's great, but it's not great, it's acceptable. Okay, where the fuck do I want to send Jello? I suppose I could just move him over here. And how many people will buy that, except that the ones who know Heroes of Might and Magic 3 already? Well, I think Heroes of Might and Magic 3 is so popular not just because of when it was launched, because it was an accident or whatever, because it has some good design principles that need to be incorporated in a future Heroes of Might and Magic title. One of the things I frequently rant about, and sorry, I keep looking off to the side instead of in the camera when I'm talking to you because my chat is to the side, so sorry about that. So one of the things that I frequently rant about regarding Heroes of Might and Magic 3 versus other games is the amount of control you get. So you get, like, look at this, even this tiny little thing. You have these little arrows right here, okay? And it's not especially obvious, but you can fine-tune the movement on the strategy map because you get those little arrows, because everything is divided into these little squares which are obvious when you look at them. So this is a square, this is a square, this is a square, and so on and so on. So you can plan out your movement precisely because those things are there. They kind of look a little bit clunky, maybe, they kind of look a little bit big, but you can plan out your movement by knowing that those little squares are there. You have the hexes on the battle map. And I'm gonna stop there for now because in Heroes of Might and Magic 4, and this is something I didn't realize before I actually threw some money at it to maybe, you know, try it for a stream. They took that out. It looks shinier, sure, and the movement looks smoother, but they took out the clearly defined little squares on the strategy map, on the adventure map, and they took out the hexes and the battle map. And what does that mean? That means you have less control over where you're gonna go, over how much you're gonna be willing to spend to get there, over everything. And that loss of control is something that really pisses me off. So stuff like the amount of control you get in Heroes of Might and Magic 3 needs to be translated in a future Heroes title somehow. One way or another, it needs to be translated, and stuff like that. I'm not gonna obviously analyze the entire series right now because honestly I haven't really played as much of the other games as I've played Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And I don't want to get into every little bit of detail on Heroes of Might and Magic 3 because I'm too dumb to do it. Cilark said it isn't 5 and 6. Yeah, okay. I'm glad it is. I'm glad it is, like stuff like that. So if they're moving forward by bringing this stuff into the future, the stuff that matters, then that's good. That's good, and I'm glad for it. But I should really try Heroes of Might and Magic 6 sometimes. By the way, Cilarx and Matarn, whose name I still can't pronounce properly. What do you think about Heroes of Might and Magic 6? Is it good? What would you change about it? What did you like about it compared to Heroes of Might and Magic 3? It's probably gonna go on deep sale at some point before they launch or after they launch Heroes of Might and Magic 7, and I'm gonna try it out because, you know, I'm cheap. But what do you like about it? And before I forget, the thing I wanted to say about Heroes of Might and Magic Online is, yes, it's probably gonna be a kind of a cow clicker, but it's gonna force you into an online environment with hopefully sufficient amounts of control and all of the flavor of the Heroes series. So that is actually, I'm kind of looking forward to that a little bit more than maybe Heroes of Might and Magic 7, because I want an interesting online experience. which I haven't gotten yet out of Heroes of Might and Magic. Where do I want to send you? Yeah, let's go there. I would visit the tomb, but I don't really care that much. Might be an artifact or some resources. Maybe whatever. I want the mine more right now. Haven't played 6 that much, but I did like it a lot. Main problem people had with 6 was Uplay, says Matan. Well, I don't think I mind Uplay that much. I mean, it's... But then again, I'm not really an expert on these things. A lot of people say that it's intrusive by certain software standards or so and so. Group of pit fiends with a desire for greater glory wish to join you. Do you accept? If only I had room. So no. Sorry. I don't really have that much of a problem with Uplay myself. I remember the time when Steam was the devil. It was Satan. But now everyone loves it. And it's basically... I would say it's basically the same thing. Okay, where do I want to send you even? Maybe... No. What? Can't... What? What the f... Oh, okay, I can do this. No? What? I thought I was gonna be able to do this and then come out there and... How the fuck do you access this area? I suppose the only way you can possibly access this little area right here is if you fly or dimension door, so that's weird. Hero 7 is supposed to draw a lot of inspiration from Heroes 3, so we'll see. Okay. You know what? After we're done with the stream today, I'm probably gonna look for some Heroes of Might and Magic. Well, my lighting is off because I didn't aim it right. Okay, there we go, a little bit better. Probably gonna go and look for some Heroes of Might and Magic online videos. See if there's anything more recent. And that reminds me of something. And maybe some Heroes of Might and Magic 7 videos, see if there's anything new that came out. Okay. Because you're getting me optimistic about the title. Hopefully it's not going to go really badly. But we'll see. We will see. Windmill. Oh, yeah. The thing that I was reminded of. And you know what? Probably this might be a good... I don't know. Humble Bundle, I think, is still running a full Heroes of Might and Magic sale. I'm not sure if it's still on, but last time I checked, they were running a full Heroes of Might and Magic sale. It might be too late by the time this VOD goes up on YouTube, but if you're on the stream right now, go over to Humble Bundle and check out the sale to see if if it's still running and if you want it for that much. Playing a match of Dota at the moment. That's why I don't reply that much, says Silax. Well, that's cool. May I ask you what your profession is, even though I can't prove that for what? I don't know what you mean by you can't prove that for whatever, but it's still on for 2 days. Well, yeah, okay, that's probably a good way to get all the things. If you really like Heroes of Might and Magic. I don't know if I really want anything other than... I already have Heroes of Might and Magic 3 complete and Heroes of Might and Magic 4, so I'm really on the fence about it. But, yeah. Oh, you mean you can't prove it about my profession? Well, my profession right now is studying for my master's degree in computer sciences. So, oh, you're a concept artist. I thought you were saying you talked to a concept artist. Well, if you're a concept artist, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, I'm a computer sciences major. Technically, I'm not specialized in anything yet. I've kind of ended up in web design because everyone ends up in web design somehow. I don't really like it that much though. I would really have loved to have some opportunities in making video games, but let's not get into it. I'm disappointed with my university for certain reasons, which I don't want to talk about. Okay. It's cool you're a concept artist. I have an artist friend, too. She is not into video game concept art, but she does art in general. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And if I haven't stated that, for the purposes of the VOD, Sealarks was saying he's a concept artist. By the way, did you actually work on any games if you're a concept artist? That would be cool to talk about. Live on stream, for some reason. And this guy, well, not guy, this iteration of the artificial intelligence probably thought it was really fucking smart by splitting its units into 5 stacks. But 5 stacks is exactly the amount of stacks you need to hit with chain lightning. So, I'm gonna get fucked. Start combat. Let's see. Strikes 5 units. Yeah. Get wrecked. Okay, we're gonna have you dead. Well, 1 damage. Okay, that's cool. I'm really glad you did that. Yeah, good for you. 66. Yeah, that's kind of ominous, but I'm sure whatever. And we're gonna wait before we do that. Yeah, that's too close to an enemy hero, so I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to lose Roland, obviously, because I lose the entire scenario if I do that. So let's move you maybe over here-ish. My limited I probably have more experience in randomly having had a job in public relations for 2 years than anything else right now. My limited experience in internship, which is probably the reason why I'm upset with my university, because they didn't give me a good internship. I shouldn't get into it too much. Regarding software making is you hear horror stories about how little companies care about the consumer, and then you get there and you find out it's all true. It's all true. It's not even fake, like, it's not exaggerated. They really do give no shits about the consumer. And it's logical too from their perspective. I think I've talked about it a couple of times in on my streams. In my Star Trek Online stream, I think I went into great detail about the logic about why you shouldn't give a shit about your consumer, or rather why companies think you shouldn't give a shit about your consumer regarding developing software. It surprisingly makes a lot of sense, and it's true. So that's why I'm super skeptical about things getting done properly for consumers. By video game makers, by software companies in general. Currently I have this grudge against, I wouldn't say it's a grudge, but I have this pet peeve regarding getting gradually more and more pissed off with Flash and Firefox specifically, because it seems like every time they update, either one or the other, I haven't really decided which one pisses me off. I think it's not that much Flash as much as it is Firefox. Maybe. But every time they update it, it seems like I open up a video on YouTube and it on another screen, and it causes my game on the other screen to lag out even more for every update. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Aren't you supposed to optimize that shit? I mean, it says in the patch notes, runs better on blah blah blah, but it actually looks like it runs worse. What the fuck are you doing with your life? But hey, whatever. Okay, I think I've gone off the deep end right now, so we're gonna reel it back to Heroes of Might and Magic 3. If you wanna listen to any more of my random software rants, feel free to ask though. Water. Calms the nerves. It doesn't, but I'm gonna pretend it does. Okay. In Heroes of Might and Magic 3 land, which we have kind of left for way too long by talking about random bullshit, I need to make enough money now to recruit all of these Firebirds and then upgrade them to Phoenixes, because that's gonna be a really fucking strong army. Also, I need to get Jelu to these 2 pyres, or you know what, I should probably just take Roland to the 2 pyres and have him recruit the Phoenixes, so we get some extra Phoenixes too. Anyway, enter. That's just a scouting hero that I had right there, I think. It's a shame that I'm gonna lose some of my units that I recruited, but otherwise, it's not that big of an issue. Oh, it's Calc, 25 Archdevils. That's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, but yeah. 300 or so Magongs, 165 Demons. No, wait, it's 450 Magongs. And I forget how many Pit Lords they had. Okay, good to know. We have some enemy units. Last eve, as Jelu lay sleeping in his bunk, an odd dream came to him. In the dream, someone told him, "Rant less about software design and video games that aren't this one." And then the ghost slapped him in the face. It was filled with visions of glorious battles and immense personal power being heaped upon him. He saw himself chosen by General Kendall as the new king of Arathia. Later, he saw himself as ending the feuds in Antagarric and being named leader of the entire continent. He saw Antagarric finally at peace. All the while, in the background, was this lovely woman, her eyes the color of emeralds, her skin like fine silk, her hair the color of steel. She was intoxicating, invigorating, and mysterious. In every sequence of this possible future he saw, there she was, and she gave him a sense of calm and strength. The last image he witnessed before waking was the woman naked and about to mount him, was that of a finely crafted sword. Instantly, he knew this was his key to which he dreamt of. He knew this was his key to what, I would say, he dreamt of. He immediately knew this sword was to be his and had been instrumental in creating the world in which he lived during that dream. That sword looked mysteriously like Armageddon's blade. Yes, very mysterious. I'm sure it's not a hallucination induced by the demonic magic infused in the blade that he is now carrying. Totally. Okay. A horde of hellhounds. I think we can handle that with Roland. Again, nice split. Thank you very much for making it easy on me. Where's Chain Lightning? There we go. Nice. Cool. Ouch. I don't like that. And they're gonna attack me marksman, of course. But OP stats are OP. Cool. Okay. Next we're gonna liberate this mine right here. Again with a clever, but not so clever split. Lovely. Cool. Okay, gold. Not much else. Okay, anyone that can get any good scouting info? Not really, but this guy can collect some stuff. That's good. Do I need to move him anywhere? I mean, I could collect more halflings, but honestly, I think I'm going to discard the halflings from my army. The pixies, I don't think I'm really going to bother too much with collecting units this time. Like I keep saying, it's a reflex I need to keep practiced for when it does matter, but they're just way too spread out. It would take me way too many heroes to keep track of all this shit, and for not much gain. I'm gonna bank everything on the great stats I have already, and probably some level 7 creatures and some recruitables from the towns. Maybe I should keep an eye on the Altar of Water though, and the Altar of Air. Wherever I have them. I have the Marksman dwellings, or rather the Sharpshooter dwellings. I should keep an eye on those two if I really wanted to. Okay, we're gonna recruit someone to handle this bullshit. Let's see, we have Paces or Thunt. Well, you know, we're gonna recruit Paces. And Paces is going to handle some unit recruitment from here, 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 and here, and there. Okay, that should be enough. There we go. Meanwhile, these two are good, and that one over there. Maybe I should recruit one. I said I wasn't gonna do it, but apparently I'm doing it. Who am I gonna recruit? Thunt or Vokial? I'm partial to Vokial. Yeah, I'm partial to Vokial for personal reasons. Have some history with the guy. And you are gonna be dismissed. Okay. 3 turns. Can I get there? Let's see. That's 3. That's day 6. No, it's not gonna be enough. So I'm gonna move here and get these 2, and then I'm gonna bring probably Roland to handle this other pyre. Scouting. You know what? Let's check. Yeah, you are going on a suicide mission. Actually, wait a minute. You are going on a suicide mission because you don't have any units I might want to use. Ooh, they have a lot of army though. Trouble is they kind of split it between themselves, which was a bad move. It was honestly a bad move. Okay, Xiron himself. Okay. Let's do visions. Check exactly what we're going into. 29 archdevils. Now the thing is, 29 archdevils is probably more than I can handle right now with this army. I definitely could attack into it and probably win, but I would lose much more than I'm willing to at this time. The other problem with Xiron being there is that I built him myself, and I think he has Dimension Door and Town Portal. So he would be in position to challenge Roland if he knows that Roland is there. Unless I attack him right now with Jello. Oh shit. Who else do I have to move? I have Catherine over here. I think I'm gonna move Catherine first. Delay the inevitable, as it were. Okay, let's do another Inferno for Catherine. Inferno of the disco kind, I would like to say, but sadly not. Match 1, now I got time, says Sealax. Cool. Oh, by the way, split for YouTube.